good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anywhere where you did now, you are the great. I'm Ambassador Dr. Queen Blessing Ibigesin. Okay, I'm an Hollywood actress and a filmmaker. This morning, I just want to talk about, you know, what's been bothering me. A couple of times, people will contact me through my counseling program, and this thing is reoccurring. And I keep saying one thing. I've made videos about this a couple of times, but today I just want to make a video again about it. It's like people are not listening. I have an issue I'm dealing with right now. This lady is AS. The husband or the fiancé is also AS. Now they found out the marriage or whatever it's about to happen. So the church then said to them that they needed to do genotype tests, blood group, pregnancy, and all of that, which they did. Now the result came back. It happens that the man's the main problem is the man is AS, the woman is AS, and they are seeking advice on people, to tell them whether it's okay to get married because they love each other. Now they try to blackmail their parents to just get them married, that God will solve the whole problem. According to the man that contacted me, the pastor of the woman is the one brainwashing her that she's not going to have any SS children or child, that her children are all going to be AS, that he has spoken to God and God showed him that the kids that she's going to have are going to be AS. And she trusts this pastor of hers so much that she believes everything he says. And so the lady is now blackmailing the man that he never loved her, that if he loved her, he would not be listening to some people that are saying, if you truly love this woman, let her go, let her marry somebody else. You guys can be friends, remain friends, help each other if you can, but not life partners. And I told the guy, I said, look, what does your mind tell you? Or what is your mind telling you? He said that the mind is telling him that all their kids are going to be SS. And I said, well, it's not correct. Normally, if you have 5 children, maybe 2 will be SS, the rest will be AS. And if you are not lucky, your first 2 children will be SS. But again, even if it is 1 that is SS, trust me, you will be in pain for the rest of your life, knowing that that child will drop dead at any time, knowing that there is a 90% chances of losing that child before he or she is 20 is a trauma. There is a surgery for it that they take, I think, bone marrow from the sibling and use it. It's expensive. If you can afford it, then maybe you can still marry this woman, and then moving forward you guys can have that surgery done. What if, because the surgery has to be done from a sibling to the other sibling according to doctors, what if you have just 1 child and another child does not come? How would you get a bone marrow to do it? So these are things that you need to, sometimes when it comes to marriage, I keep saying this thing, love is not enough. Love plays a role, but love is not enough. When you start going to hospital every day, you will understand why people say love is not enough. When you start seeing your child in pain, because the more the child is in pain, the more you are restless, you are in pain, you are taking this child to the hospital every day, you won't have a life anymore. And then after all that wahala, you still lose this child. Trust me, you will not remember you were in love before. You're not going to be able to take care of yourself or your husband or your family or anything. It will be in and out of hospital. Your life will be so miserable. And I told him, I said, why would you just look and just bring a child to a life of pain? If you have been lucky, you've done the test and it shows your AS, I think moving forward, before you start any relationship that is serious, do your genotype. Why do you even want to wait to start a relationship before doing genotype? Just know your genotype. So when you want to date somebody, you first of all ask, what's your genotype? Oh, unless you are AA. Like me, I'm AA. So I don't go really bother ask any question, because any genotype at all, I'm good. But if you know you are AS, it is important to always find out before going into any relationship what that person genotype is, to avoid stories that touch the heart. So for me, my own advice to him is, look, free this woman, let her go. She's blackmailing you that you never loved her. That is her own opinion. She will understand in time after this relationship have ended and she found somebody else, maybe even better than you, who has the right genotype to match her own, and she start having children and she's living a happy life. She will realize what favor you did for her. She will realize what sacrifice you made. Love is sacrifice. Sacrificing that person you love just because of their well-being and your own peace of mind and sanity is the greatest love of all. So I told the guy, I say, if I were you, I would not listen to blackmail. That I didn't love her, that's why I want to leave her. That is her own cup of tea. That's her opinion. She is hurt. So she can say anything, she can think of anything. And it's not your fault that she's AAS, and you too, you are AS. You did not ask God for it. It happened. And so that's just it for me. I've advised him not to get married to her. That her pastor that is telling her that her children will not be, all her children are going to be AS, that he has spoken to God. Trust me, when the problems start, that pastor will not be there. By the time you stop giving that pastor offering and tithe and whatever, because by the time you get so frustrated, you will not even be able to walk up to the extent that you are going to give tithe to anybody. You will literally be begging people to give you money to take your child to the hospital. Then you will understand what they mean when they say love is not enough. Sometimes we see problems, we just carry ourselves and choke inside the problem. And then we start disturbing God that you'll be having peace of mind and be solving problems of people that did not create their own problem by themselves. So for me, I think that's my own advice, guys. If you think I was wrong, you can drop it at the comment section. And if you think I was right and you have something else to add, also drop it at the comment section. He's following me, he's going to see it. Because I've told him not to allow anybody pressure him to get married to an AS person. He is AS. It's a disaster waiting to happen. So that's for me. Anybody that is AS, please don't marry AS. Go and marry AA, JJ. Don't give yourself problems, because the problems are grave, as in so big, that's so huge that even all your family members will run away from you because of the plenty problem. That's when you will know that when you have problems, you no get friends. You understand? You will carry your cross by yourself. Your eye will shine. Even that your pastor will not even pick your calls again. All those things he's saying that God told him. Which God told him? Which God told him? The doctors that have told them not to get married, that they are not compatible. Are those doctors not created by God? Is it not God that gave them the wisdom to check and know all these things? Why is it that we always want to be holier than Jesus Christ? It is not possible. We can never be holier than Jesus Christ. We should understand these things when they happen. Please, guys, if you are watching this video and you don't know your genotype, please go to the hospital. It's very cheap. I think it's 1,000 naira or 5,000, whatever. Just know your genotype. Write it somewhere. That way, if you want to date anybody, especially when it is AS, you must find out if the person is also AS, so that you don't enter one chance. Anyway, guys, I don't want this video to be too long. I just felt like talking about this genotype issue this morning and telling you the advice I gave to this guy. If he like, let him listen. If he doesn't like, let him succumb to blackmail of pastor and his wife to be. Now them sabi. At the end of the day, when problems start, I no go there. I love you guys.